We'll pick this up.
You'll pick it up later.
Yeah. But you are one of the biggest Star Wars fans I know, Nick.
I am. I saw the first episode of Star Wars back in 1977, 34 consecutive times at a theater in Iowa City, Iowa.
But have you seen an exhibit at a local toy and miniature museum?
Now this I have not. Let's get out to Matt Stewart. He's at 52nd and Oak to show us around.
Hey, good morning, everyone. If you're a Star Wars fan, this is the place to be, the Toy and Miniature Museum on the UMKC campus. And look at this. These are some of the toys that many of us played with when we were kids. Well, they have a collection of every single action figure ever made. We're in the Return of the Jedi section, and I come over here to Jared Roll. He is the collector. He's from Wisconsin. He generously lent his collection to the Toy and Miniature Museum, and you were telling me these are the most valuable action toys in your collection. Why is that?
Well, because by 1985, Kenner, the Kenner Toy Company, who were making these toys, Return of the Jedi came out in '83. They made a lot of product for it. Us kids wanted that, but by '85, there's no movie coming out. George Lucas said no more movies, and so we were turning our attention to the other toys in the toy aisle: He-Man, Transformers, G.I. Joe, and so even though Kenner tried to get our attention with a deeper roster of characters from the previous 3 movies and really cool vehicles, we weren't buying them. Because of that, low sales volume, and they're harder to get. They're rare figures now.
And when you were looking at these, some people were selling from like 2 for $1.
That's right. Back in the day, they were clearancing them out, 86, 87. They're clearancing them out, and that's why today they're so valuable, because nobody was buying them.
I'm guessing if you sold them today, it'd be more than 2 for $1.
That is correct, yeah. I wouldn't want to have to buy them now, that's for sure.
So why did you decide to collect Star Wars toys?
It has a lot to do with just the effect that the movie had on me as a kid. I mean, for anybody that saw that movie, even young or old, it really changed you. It really influenced you. The heroes, the villains, the story, it just was so much fun. And so the toys as a kid allowed me to kind of get my hands on that amazing energy that the movie had, and to make my own stories and to take control of this story, of this world. And it really empowered me as a kid. And then you tie that into things like Christmases and birthdays when you got this stuff. All of that is just such a positive thing that you roll it all together. It's like, why wouldn't I want to surround myself with that?
Well, and you told me as you got older, eventually it wasn't cool anymore necessarily to buy and play with Star Wars toys. Mm-hmm. So what, it was like in college or after that you said, hey, I want to complete this collection.
Right. So after college, I began to learn more about what was produced when I stopped paying attention to it as a kid. And it just woke me up to think, these are really cool things still, and I didn't know they made them. I want the whole thing now. And so it's probably living out a childhood dream in some ways, because as a kid, you want them all. I mean, the back of the card tells you collect them all, and I was following up on that.
So finally, what do you think about Star Wars today? It seems to have exploded with all the new movies and all the new shows.
Sure, with all the new Star Wars, what I try to do is I consider, like, the Star Wars of the first 3 movies, that I consider is my Star Wars, and it means a lot to me, and it influences me. That I'm sure there's something that's being produced now that means a lot to the people that are seeing it for the first time or connect to it. My own kids, when I exposed them to all the Star Wars movies, and for them, the Clone Wars means the most to them, the animated, and so it's like, it may not be my favorite of them all. Like, I have my favorites, but yet I'm just glad it's still out there.
What's your favorite?
Oh, well, it's hard to separate the first 3 movies because it's one story, but it'd probably be A New Hope because that was the first.
The first. All right, thank you very much, Jared. So by the way, if you want to come and hear Jared speak about his collection, he's doing that tonight from 6 to 7 at the Toy and Miniature Museum. If you go to toyandminiaturemuseum.org, you can get tickets, you can come on in, take a look. I mean, this collection is vast. We just showed you a few of the toys. But there's like 2 more wings to check out. So come on out if you love Star Wars. Even if you don't, go back to your childhood at this Star Wars toy collection. Matt Stewart, Fox 4, working for you.